Looks like Iranian supreme leader Khamenei is dead. That was pretty quick. It doesn't look like things are going to be calming down anytime soon. Iran is still bombing the fuck out of everybody in the Gulf states. It's looking crazy. It's hard to follow everything because everything's breaking so fast. Looks like Israel's getting hit pretty hard as well. But first off, yeah, Khamenei's dead. It seems to be confirmed because even Iranian news is reporting that Khamenei's dead. So let's see. This is what Trump had to say. Khamenei, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world. Blah, blah, blah. He's terrible. It's a whole message about how terrible he is and how great it is that we killed him. Here's Iranian news reporting it, so I think it's legit.
Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. ملت بزرگ ایران، روح بلند پیشوای ملت بزرگ ایران و پیشقراول امت اسلامی حضرت امام خامنه ای با نوشیدن شهد گوارای شهادت در ماه مبارک رمضان به ملکوت اعلا پیوست. شورای عالی امنیت ملی در این زمینه بیانیه‌ای به این شهر صادر کرده است.
So yeah, that guy kept his cool, but this guy couldn't even.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه فمنهم من قضى نحبه ومنهم من ينتظر وما بدلوا تبديلا. إنا لله.
I'm trying really hard. I know I shouldn't laugh about this, but it's just something about the way he cries makes me want to laugh. I wonder how much of this is performance because they don't want to get murdered. Because I think the regime is still actually in charge mostly. So this war is not over. They're still attacking. They're threatening to attack even harder. To do it even harder. Another angle. So yeah, Tel Aviv is getting hit pretty hard. I mean, you got to be thankful that we're in America and we can literally start this shit and sit back and not have to worry about the consequences like a lot of these other countries in this area do. That's Tel Aviv. So Iran is they're still shooting missiles. Everywhere and anywhere they can fucking shoot them. Even Dubai is getting hit a few times. They're trying to take out that Wiz Khalifa or whatever, that the Burj Khalifa or whatever the fuck, the big giant tower. The Burj Khalifa, right? I forget. I'm never going to Dubai, so I don't need to know the name. Wiz Khalifa. What the fuck? So yeah. Israel's getting hit pretty hard. Here's Pete Hegseth. Overnight, on President Trump's order, the Department of War commenced Operation Epic Fury. I mean, that's a kind of a cheesy name, isn't it? Oh, it's Epic Fury. All right, whatever. It's kind of a dumb name. The most lethal, most complex, and most precision aerial operation in history. The Iranian regime had their chance, yet refused to make a deal, and now they are suffering the consequences. For almost 50 years, Iran's terrible. I know. Okay, we don't have to read the rest of it. The United States, let's see. We will not tolerate powerful missiles targeting the American people. Those missiles will be destroyed. Along with Iran's missile production, the Iranian Navy will be destroyed. And as President Trump has said in his entire life, Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. The United States did not start this conflict, but we will finish it. If you kill or threaten Americans, blah, 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 blah. What else we got? I mean, I got a lot of stuff out of order here because it's just all coming in. Reports that 200 U.S. personnel have already been killed, and Trump is just getting started. He's a war criminal at this point, and Congress needs to grow a backbone and stop him. That's not me saying that. That's Heath Ranger. I think I used to be associated with InfoWars, didn't he? Missile attacks on U.S. bases leave at least 200 personnel killed and injured. Yeah, I know that the one in Bahrain, the Navy base, that one's been getting hit pretty hard. Headquarters of U.S. intelligence service in Dubai. Looks like that got hit. They're sending drones, all kinds of shit. So yeah, I'd like for this to be quick. I don't think it's going to be. We'll see, man. The IRGC has just announced that the most intense offensive operation in the history of the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran will begin shortly against Israel and U.S. military bases in the region. I don't know if they're just talking a big game, trying to assert that they're still in control and they're not done yet, you know, or if we're gonna see more. I mean, we've already seen a lot. Fire. I mean, they hit Dubai's Jebel Ali port. Fire continues to burn at Dubai's Jebel Ali port after debris from a missile interception sparked flames at the facility. Yeah, Dubai seems to be, they seem to be really targeting Dubai. Some people are saying the strategy is that, like, if they are able to really target Dubai, that puts a lot of pressure on Trump to stop this because Dubai has a lot of power over our politics or something like that. Iranian missile give Tel Aviv quite a beating. Iran destroys Tel Aviv. Yeah, so some big bombs have been dropping in Tel Aviv. The Iranian regime was warned. This is from U.S. Central Command, kind of showing off here. Showing off the power. Always looks like a video game, doesn't it? I was like, oh, this is the latest Call of Duty. You know, it's the mission where you fly around. Yeah, looks like a little braggadocious. Wild scenes coming out of Iran supporters of. By the way, I'm still might play Resident Evil later. It's just when I said I was going to play Resident Evil, I didn't know we were going to start war with Iran. That it was starting at the moment. But I have Resident Evil installed, ready to go. So I don't know. Maybe after this stream, maybe I'll jump back on later tonight for those who are interested in that, and we'll be up late playing some Resident Evil. We'll see if you guys are down for that. Wild scenes coming out of Iran. Supporters of opposition leader Reza Pahlavi in Alam province have stormed a police station. People are neutralizing the regime's crackdown machine before they can act and kill protesters. So yeah, it looks like this is the shit that can get really wild. So it's going to lead to some sort of civil war. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some sort of civil war to take out the regime. Iranian state media confirming that Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is dead. Let's see what this one is.
Right here now with the very latest from the Middle East, our very own Trey Yingst is in.
By the way, thank you everybody for joining. Links are in the description to support the show. Smash the thumbs up. Hit the like button, please. It's much appreciated. What I'm doing here is just covering this. I'm not inserting much of my politics. I've already talked about this for, the whole fucking last year or so. Every time it's been a news item. I don't support regime change in Iran, but I do support my country, and I want this to go as quick and easy as possible and the least amount of I want the best scenario here. But I already got some comments from people that are like, they're not going to be happy unless I go full Trump derangement syndrome and just scream about Trump for 2 hours. And that's not what you're going to get here. We're going to cover this. No, I'm not for regime change, but I do want the best outcome because I can't control what the fuck our government does. Like screaming about Trump and how he betrayed us for 2 hours. Like maybe you want to hear that. I'm sure there's plenty of channels doing that. But what I want at this point is the quickest resolution to this with the least amount of deaths on every angle from every side. And So if you want someone to scream about Trump, Trump, Trump for 2 hours, you're watching the wrong show. Just FYI.
Israel, where Iran has directed
And no, I'm not happy he did this, but I'm hoping we get the best result.
several volleys and missiles during what has been a very disjointed response. Look, I'm going to tell you, Trey, I've been riveted by your coverage. I know you've had a couple of close calls and scary moments. Great job all throughout the day and night, from last night through today, and we appreciate your coverage.
Sean, thank you very much. We are watching history unfold. You heard President Trump there. America is backing you, speaking directly to the Iranian civilians who were in the streets of their country earlier this year. Tonight, Iranian state media confirming what we already knew. Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, the man responsible for so many deaths across the region, is dead. We also can report this evening that more than 40 senior Iranian security and IRGC officials were killed in the Israeli strikes that were launched with the Americans early this morning when this operation began against the Iranian regime. We do understand that both American and Israeli intelligence played a critical role in making sure those strikes were successful. Tonight, more ballistic missile fire into Israel as the Iranians tried to cobble together a response, launching dozens of ballistic missiles, not only against Israel, but also targeting Gulf countries like Bahrain, the UAE, and even Saudi Arabia, at the site of one missile impact in the second largest city of Tel Aviv in Israel.
By the way, YouTube is already, they demonetized last night's stream. I don't even understand. Like, there was like really just a bunch of explosions. I guess you can't play these explosions without getting demonetized. So yeah, please support the show if you enjoy the coverage. Much love, guys.
One person was killed.
They're demonetized
more than 20
this one too.
Others wounded. Tonight, the Israelis remain on high alert, fearing more ballistic missile fire from the Iranian regime. But there is a sense of relief, mixed emotions here in the Middle East, understanding that after so long, their top enemy, Iran's supreme leader, is dead. Sean?
All right, Trey, amazing.
Yeah, and there's still some people saying that he's not, that it's all a psychological operation. But to me, if the Iranian news are reporting that he's dead, then that's a pretty good sign he's actually dead. I don't think the Iranian news would be reporting it if he was still alive. I love you, Donald Trump. Scenes of pure happiness from the Iranians liberated from their Islamist regime outside the Iranian embassy in London. Well, it's like the Iranians that are not in Iran clearly don't like Iran. Like, if they fled Iran, I'd be, yeah. I think there's still going to be a lot of loyalists who are willing to fight, and they're not going to. I mean, I look at it like this. From my point of view, like, I'm not a Joe Biden supporter, but if somebody came and did this to our president, even if it's not a president I voted for, I would be 100% against. Like imagine China just came in and did an operation and blew up Joe Biden. Like, would I be like cheering for China because Biden? No. Even though I fucking hate Joe Biden, I would be like, okay, well, I'm an American. They just killed my president. Fuck them. I'm ready to go to war. And I think that's what the response from a lot of Iranians is going to be, but not all of them, because they are legitimately terrible. So a lot of the Iranian citizens are going to be happy about this.
He's dead. How are you feeling?
Amazing.
Yeah?
If he's dead.
He is. They've confirmed it. How are you feeling?
Such a fantastic feeling. Unbelievable. Very happy for the Iranian people. Very happy.
It's a great day for...
Yeah, the Ayatollah is not the president, though, says Spirit Free 50-50. Correct, but you completely missed my point. My point wasn't if he was the president or not. My point is, even people within Iran who hate the IRGC are still probably going to side with their country over America, because that's what people do.
For Iran and Iranians everywhere.
But not all of them, obviously.
Freedom. And it's a very emotional night.
Emotions.
I'm so happy.
He's dead.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Yeah.
There you go. It's emotional here. The people are free for the first time in decades.
I love you, Trump. I love you, Trump. He's too excited.
How are you guys feeling?
So we are happy.
But he did totally, and we now have to free Iran.
For years they told us that it is impossible, that you need to do reform. We say no. This is not a reform movement. This is not a movement. This is not a protest. Islamic Republic, listen very carefully. Your dictator is dead. This is a revolution.
Bro, look at the video I'm just playing. What do you mean I don't understand how unpopular the IRGC is? I do understand that. But you also understand people are loyal to their country, right? So there's going to be still a bunch of people in Iran who are going to be willing to fight for their country against Americans. Obviously, it's probably going to be a small percentage of people, or who knows? I don't fucking know. I'm not in Iran to know how many people support and how many people don't. But a lot of people will always choose their country, even if they hate the regime that's in charge. Iranian TV anchor starts crying after learning of the Supreme Leader Khamenei's death.
He stood for the children in Palestine. He stood for the children in Lebanon. Today, those mourning him will be the orphans across the world. As the orphans mourned our Imam Ali, peace be upon him. Today, the devils of the world will celebrate, and everybody they have managed to brainwash. But this is not over. Trump is going to pay a price.
Okay. Maddie says these all seem fake in my opinion. They went up to randos and asked to say these things, maybe even paid them. I don't think they paid them. I mean, there are tons of Iranians who fled Iran who hate the Iranian regime, and that's it. They're just interviewing people that fled Iran that clearly hate the Iranian regime, and there's lots of them. They don't have to fake that. But is it kind of, do I feel like it's a bit of propaganda? Yeah, but then again, it's reality. There's a lot of Iranians who fucking are happy about this. The same way I run into Iraqis that are still happy about what we did in Iraq to this day. So you don't have to fake that. They exist.
Paid by no American president at all time. Paid by no Zionist of all time. Paid by no criminal of all time. Trump is going to see, because revenge is coming, and revenge is coming soon, and revenge is coming after Trump, after everybody who facilitated this assassination. He will pay the ultimate price. And it's not only by the millions of Iranians, it's not only by the millions in resistance countries, it's also by those who have newly joined the resistance, by the Americans, by the Europeans.
Yeah, Spirit Free. Apparently they've already appointed a new Ayatollah, so they already got a new one to replace him. I wonder how long he lasts.
Europeans who saw the stance of Imam Khamenei against Zionism only after all those years of accusing him of being anti-West for no reason, of saying down with Israel for no reason. But he was the power that the oppressed of the world would gather at his address and would say, with honor and with pride and with power, they would say, down with USA, down with Israel. And now the people of the world know today, everybody across the world who understands what justice is, who understands what Zionism is, will shout, down with USA, down with Israel.
So Cheetah Mane, you think he's not dead? I mean, when I first saw the reports, I'm like, okay, we don't know for sure. But then when I start seeing Iranian news reporting that he's dead, Iran announces 40 days of national mourning after martyrdom of leader of Islamic revolution. I think he's dead, bro. The propaganda would be to pretend like he's still alive. Why would Iran go along and pretend that he's dead? I don't know. Maybe there is some strategy to that. I just don't see it.
Down with the Zionist regime. This is the day, and this will not end. And this will not end pretty for Trump. They will see what they have done. They will see the result of their violence. And Imam Khamenei will go down in history, as did Imam Ali, as did Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah.
Yeah, she's talking a big game. She's talking a big game there. Let's see. Yeah, we watched that one already. Crying.
At MFN Damien super chatted $10.
What's up, bub?
The Great Frisbee drags its dog, by their leash, into yet another conflict. At least Persian women are gorgeous, and ours now lol. For the daft, Frisbee equals small j hat. Duh.
Bro, I've noticed that too. Some of these Iranian women are beautiful, bro. Let's bring them over. Let's bring them over, dude. Let's bring them over. Yeah, so here's Fox News, Trey Lanks with the latest on Iran. Let's see what they got to say. Thank you for the super chat,
Martha,
brother.
good afternoon. First responders are still digging through the rubble and debris looking for survivors. First responders also tell us that one woman was killed and 20 civilians wounded in this ballistic missile strike. I'm going to step out of the frame here so that you can see just the amount of damage that one single missile can cause. In the distance there where you see a flashlight on the ground, you can see the crater where the ballistic missile slammed into. And these first responders are actually inside of the crater at the moment. They are likely looking to make sure that there is no warhead or a cluster munition that is unexploded. But you can see this scene. There are hundreds in this entire area of first responders, firefighters, police, and medical teams who have been working to evacuate any civilians from this street. And again, that crater there.
Yeah, Israel's paying a pretty big price for this right now, you know? I mean, it looks like Tel Aviv has been hit pretty bad.
Just shows you how big of an impact this is and how much damage it could cause. This is an apartment building that was damaged. And as we got here, the building next to it was still on fire. There were flames spewing from the windows. And we saw two people pulled from the rubble of the building next door. They were able to walk. One man's face was bloodied. But again, this gives you a sense of just how dynamic this situation is, despite the fact that people in Israel saw the news that Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, was killed along with four.
The Ayatollah Khamenei, is that how I'm supposed to say it? I just say Khamenei. Ayatollah Khamenei.
40 senior leaders from the Islamic Republic. They are dealing now with the response to those strikes from the United States and Israel, a direct attack on Israeli population centers. And it's not just Israel's second largest city of Tel Aviv. It's also the northern city of Haifa that sits along the Mediterranean. It's the city of Jerusalem. Martha, you and I have been here together, and you know the complexity of this city and the people and the culture. People are afraid today. We arrived on scene, and there were more incoming ballistic missiles. You saw mothers picking up their kids, people picking up their pets and trying to carry them into a building to get shelter underground. It was a random office building that they went into, but they were stepping over glass and debris 2 blocks away from here.
That's what crazy. These bombs are so big that even if you're not close to it, it's still blowing out the windows of your building. That's got to be terrifying. Imagine, like, I'm sitting here live right now, and all of a sudden a bomb goes off a mile away, and the windows just blow out, and glass flies everywhere. Man, it's terrifying. I'm glad I'm in America, and we don't got to deal with this shit. Because if we're pretty safe over here.
Because the blast wave from this ballistic missile was so huge that it caused damage to structures at that distance. And so again, we are joining you here from an impact site of a ballistic missile that was fired from Iran and directly hit Israel's second largest city.
Your buddy's building got blown up, was not there. Is that in Israel, the Duke? Well, I'm glad to hear your buddy's okay.
Responders say one woman was killed at this site, at least 20 others wounded. Martha?
Yeah, Trey, it just goes to the fact that this missile system, the missile deflection system, the Iron Dome and David's Sling, so effective that I think people become almost, somewhat immune to thinking that any of these will get through. But it makes you realize how essential that system is. And without it, Israel would hardly exist at this point with all of the missiles that they've been able to deflect. You look at the damage of just one that made it through.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And as this was coming in, we were live on Fox, and you heard the explosion. Right away, John Roberts knew it was a direct impact. You can just tell from the noise that it makes and the blast force across the city. What we didn't know was what was hit and how much damage there was. At the same time, we saw those interceptions taking place. Israel has a tiered missile defense system from the Iron Dome to David's Sling to the Arrow 2 and 3 system, along with the THAAD and Patriot American systems that were provided to the Israelis in preparation for a possible conflict developing. And so this layered air defense plays a critical role in Israel, and it is saving lives as we speak. But again, this is just starting, Martha, and while the Iranians have been hit hard, their supreme leader has been killed, they still have a significant ballistic missile arsenal, and they plan to use it.
Yeah, and as we heard earlier, some of these systems are programmed to just continue sending these missiles, even in the event that leadership is taken out, and that is what we're witnessing now. Trey Yingst, thank you very much. We'll come back to you in a bit. Thank you, Trey.
Hey, yeah.
So joining me
Martha,
now.
if
yes, yeah, go ahead, Trey.
Martha, if you're still with me,
yes,
we have a police spokesman that I can bring to you live here. If you can just stay with me one moment. Just stay with me one moment. We're going to show you the scene here as you and I talk while we find this police spokesman. Just one moment, Martha. But the spokesman that we're going to talk to is a man that we met during the 12-day war. And his name is Dean Elsdon, and he is someone who has been able to speak on behalf of the police, but also on behalf of the Israeli people. He actually appeared in one of the Fox Nation documentaries that we did, and he is here on the scene, and we can get an update from him about what exactly happened here and what we know. So if you could just give me 30 more seconds here, Martha, we're going to be able to bring this to you in one moment.
We're just watching as they check out the blast zone area that Trey was telling us about moments ago, where this
I hope nobody was in that building, bro.
ballistic missile landed from Iran as part of the retaliation in Tel Aviv. And as we were just...
And I think Iran's just shooting like indiscriminately, aren't they? I mean, like they're not like... I don't know how high level their shit is if they can like actually go like, we want to take out this specific building, or it's just like whoever gets it gets it.
MFN Damien super chatted $5. I bet Lindsey Graham got sticky drawers.
Yeah, him and who's the other guy? Y'all mentioned him earlier, but I already forgot his name. Bolton. There's a lot of jokes going around. Like Bolton is like probably beating off right now. He's watching the footage and he's like, "Oh fuck yeah, dude! I've waited so long for this." I don't know. No, so many of us didn't want this to happen, and it's here, and it's like, let's just hope for the best, bro. Let's hope for the best. A lot of people just want to go on the internet and just cry and scream, and it's like, okay, well.
Polish Pride 68 super chatted $1.99.
I get it.
Israel pays, or USA taxpayers?
Pays for what? The rebuilding? I mean, better be Israel paying for the rebuilding of their own shit. Are you talking about the entire war? I don't know. I'm sure Israel. I don't know, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up paying for a lot of the funding of this shit.
Talking about, we see
seems to be always how it
effective
goes.
This dome system is, but you can see that it is absolutely existential to Israel to have this enormous dome system, because this one missile that got through has destroyed this building, many cars on the ground as a result of it. One woman is dead as they continue. Obviously, they're still continuing to go through this rubble, and 20 wounded. Trey,
yeah, 1 dead, 20 wounded. I imagine that number is going to keep going up.
We're with you. We hear you.
Yep, I'm with you here, Martha. And again, this is Dean. He is the international police spokesman, and he arrived just now on the scene. Dean, we have unfortunately been here before. What do we know about tonight?
Well, you know, what the world knows is that the Iranian regime loves to target its own civilians, and clearly they don't differentiate between Israeli civilians. We're at a very rough scene. We can confirm that there is one fatality at this time. The number of casualties is growing. Right now it's above 20, but obviously it's a dynamic number. It can change. Our police officers have been working since the early morning. Our patrol units have been going around to different scenes. Our bomb disposal experts have been on standby, and they're working right now to remove dangerous fragments to allow the other rescue teams to go inside. We've rescued a number of civilians from the building behind me over here and the surrounding area, and we're going to continue scanning the different buildings that are close by to make sure that nobody was affected by this impact.
And lastly, could you just tell us about the alert level for the police force here in Israel? Obviously, this is a dynamic situation, incoming missile fire each and every hour. What are your officers doing to ensure that civilians are safe amid this time?
Well, we train for these types of things year-round. We've raised our alert level to the highest level so that we can best prepare and best service our civilians. Our patrol units aren't just sitting around. We're doing active patrols. All of our specialized units are active right now. We've...
So yeah, Israel's getting hit. Major damage in Tel Aviv, Israel following Iranian ballistic missile strike.
Saturday night around 11 p.m. We're here on scene in the central district of Israel. You can see behind me there is severe missile strike that hit a building complex. We're still currently working now with the other forces on the field to make sure that we can take out the fire. And we're still extracting at this moment patients from both buildings you can see behind me. We're still working on the buildings that are surrounded and are still ablaze.
Not looking good. Footage shows an Iranian drone being intercepted right near the Burj Khalifa. There it is, the Burj Khalifa. Yeah, it looks like Iran's been really trying to take this thing out. And if I was in this building, I would get the fuck out. Because Iran seems really want to take this thing out. But yeah, this one gets intercepted. There were reports that a drone hit it and it was like on fire. I think I got a video. It looks like it's on fire, but it's hard to tell. So yeah, that one, they intercepted it. Yeah, watch. Iranian missiles fly near the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. So yeah, they're really targeting Dubai. I've heard it's because Dubai doesn't have the stomach for this, and they're going to put a ton of pressure on us to shut this shit down quick. But I think it's a bad strategy. I think all you're doing is confirming that everybody wants to fuck you up now. It's like you get into a bar fight and you just start punching everybody. It's like, well, now you're fighting everybody. You were fighting one guy, now you're fighting the entire bar. And I don't know if that's a great strategy. Or at least if you're not fighting the entire bar is rooting for you to get your ass kicked. So yeah, geo-confirmed IRN disinformation. Footage shows whatever hit. Yeah, so this is the other thing going on. There was a school that was hit, and they were claiming Americans hit it, but everything shows it was an Iranian missile that actually hit it. It's all captured. Footage shows whatever hit the school was a failed rocket launch from IRGC. It wasn't Israel or US. This claim, somebody made the claim, blah, blah, blah. People have been, everybody that's pissed off about this, they're looking for anything to throw shade, but it doesn't look like this was us. It looks like this was Iran. So yeah, you can see this is the missile going up and then coming right back down because the school was like right next to the fucking base where they're shooting off from. And apparently this one malfunctioned, went up and then straight back down and hit the school. And yeah, but of course they're reporting it was America who did it. I think we actually have a little more control over where our bombs go. Mostly, right? Unless they malfunction. Breaking reports that members of Supreme Leader Khamenei's immediate family have been killed in the strikes. They're not just taking him out, they're taking his entire bloodline out. Fars reports his daughter and grandchild. That's sad. I mean, yeah, it's still sad. Even though it's the daughter and grandchild of Khamenei, they're kind of still innocent in a way, They're just kids. I don't know how old his daughter was, but I imagine she was. I mean, maybe she was old. I don't know, because he is old. Reuters cites a Tehran city council member saying his son-in-law and daughter-in-law, no official confirmation yet on identities. What is confirmed, Khamenei's office and residential compound in central Tehran was directly targeted and reportedly flattened. Netanyahu claims there are many signs Khamenei himself is no longer alive. Iran's FM Araghchi, I don't know, fucking all these weird names, insists he is still alive. Yeah, but this is old, I think. When did he post this? This is from 6:30. This is about 3 hours ago. Since then, we've gotten Iran basically confirming it. This is, I guess, the start of the uprising in Iran right here. Yeah, it's always scary when you have to rely on a mob to do this shit because the mobs get they get wild. Like this is the time in Iran, like if there's anybody you hate that you've always wanted to kill, now you can do it and get away with it. It's literally the purge in real time in Iran right now. So yeah, let's hope that doesn't get too fucking crazy. Shia LaBeouf arrested again. Yeah, every now and then we'll have some Shia LaBeouf news because I was adding clips from Shia because he was on Channel 5. It's a wild fucking interview he did with Channel 5. And we got some clips. So every now and then we'll clean the palette with some Shia LaBeouf news. But yeah, apparently after doing the interview with Channel 5, he got arrested again and charged with battery. He's an interesting fella. Just in, America's absolutely getting fucked in Bahrain. Air defenses are depleted. Iran stopped using missiles and is using cheap mass-manufactured drones. Locals are celebrating. So a lot of the people who don't like America outside this base are out here celebrating as the base is getting fucked up. People were saying last night, like, there must be nobody at this base because why are we not intercepting any of this? I hope that's the case, that this base is basically empty of personnel. But yeah. I guess we'll find out at some point. So yeah, there's a whole fucking crowd out there outside just cheering every time the base gets hit. They're happy about it. Breaking: Iranian First Vice President Arif has announced his intention to take full control of Iran under wartime conditions. I think I did see a report. Hopefully I saved it. But yeah, like there is a new supreme leader now already. Iranian school attack debunked.
The Iranian schools. Have y'all learned nothing about the propaganda war? The United States nor Israel did not send a missile at an elementary school in Iran. What happened was the Islamic regime has one of their bases next to a grade school, and when they tried to send one of their ghetto missiles, it failed and it landed on that school. So of course, they took a page out of Hamas's playbook because they wrote it, and they called out a false flag and made it seem like it was America and Israel who attacked them. You can literally see the trajectory of that missile and how it landed back on the school. If you want to know what's actually happening in Iran, talk to the Persians, talk to the Iranians, talk to these different people, and they will tell you that they are so happy that President Trump is fighting to get the regime.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty much a closed case. But fortunately, we have the footage, because then if we didn't have the footage to prove that it was Iran's own missile that did it, they'd be running with this forever. It's just we would never stop hearing, oh, we killed a bunch of Trump killed school children. This is the moment when CBS news anchor told me the news about the elimination of Khamenei Jr. Or Khamenei IR, what the fuck? Khamenei.Iran, I guess? I don't know. This is what it looks like when a survivor hears that her suppressor is gone. Her oppressor is gone. And you, Zoran Mamdani, keep quiet and listen to the Iranians. Okay? Well, we'll give this one a shot.
I want to bring in now CBS News contributor Masih Adlinejad. You have lots of reactions, as I gather it, from our control room to what has just been released by Central Command. Please let my audience know what that is.
I'm being bombarded by different emotions. And this is the moment that Iranians, my people, are experiencing different feelings, pain, and at the same time, hope, concern, and at the same time, hope. And I repeat that because that can be the beginning of a future that people of Iran have been waiting for this moment for 47 years. You know, let's just make it very clear. Now, when I talk to Iranians,
I don't even know who the fuck that guy is.
They scream out of joy when they hear.
You talking about the black guy with the blonde hair? I don't even know who he is. He's just another fucking shit that came across my feed that I bookmarked. But I think he's actually right about that. Everything I've seen is that missile was shot from Iran. It wasn't one of our missiles. He seems to be right there.
Hear that they're killers finally being the target of the U.S. government, and they see justice. But at the same time, they are worried. They're concerned that if this is not going to lead regime change, that if this is not going to be the end of this regime, and if the American government, the Israeli government, only target the military leader, not the political leaders, then the people of Iran are going to be left alone on themselves by a wounded ISIS, by a wounded regime and government, and that's going to be a huge risk for my people inside Iran. I have family there, my parents, my brothers, my sisters, all my beloved people, they live there. But believe me, we don't want people like Zoran Mamdani or some of Americans lecture us about peace, about war, because this is a war being brought to us Iranian people by the Islamic Republic, by the warmonger Revolutionary Guards. And this is the moment that Europeans should join the US government, should join the Israeli government to end the Islamic Republic. If not, believe me, this regime will end democracy, will end American citizens' life everywhere, because the Islamic Republic is like cancer, and they will infect the rest of the world if we don't remove them.
Masi, we'll get to Zoran Mamdani, the New York City mayor, in a moment, I promise you, but you have lived experience with this, and there is something I want our audience to appreciate.
That's what I need to do when I cover this. I just need to make a compilation of shit getting blown up and have that playing nonstop in the background. I bet you my numbers would blow up if I did that.
Tentacles within Iran's secret police and secret military services. They have tried to take out Mike Pompeo, former Secretary of State, John Bolton, National Security Advisor to the President of the United States, and you. Talk to my audience about that.
And me, an unarmed woman, I don't carry any weapons. I am just being the voice of millions of voiceless people in Iran who say no to Islamic Republic, who wants to have a normal life, who wants to have dignity. I know you don't want me to talk about Zoran Mamdani.
I thought she was going to say something else that starts with the D.
But look, I don't feel safe in this city, New York, because of the Islamic Republic. And now I won't feel safe when people like Zoran Mamdani talking about safety, but
look, if she hates Zoran Mamdani, I like this chick.
Sympathizing with the Islamic Republic who tried to kill me, who massacred more than 40,000 innocent people. How dare you? When you kept silent, when you were absolutely silent, when my girls, women being shot in their eyes, when more than 32,000 innocent unarmed people being massacred, when their parents, their family members burying them, but they don't get the chance to talk like Zoran Mamdani to the media. And now I see the mayor, finally he found the time to actually sympathize with our killers, not with the people of Iran. Really? You think that just talking about peace and talking about like no to war, that makes you a good person? Believe me, you need to look into the eyes of Iranians, those who have faced war. You need to talk to the people of Iran who know in the region, Syria, Iraq, even people in Venezuela, that they have seen how the regime in Iran invaded their countries. We're talking about a regime that raped women for simply showing their hair. And of course, Zoran Mamdani was busy celebrating Hijab Day without actually talking about people getting killed simply for showing their hair. Like, listen, if I show that bit of my hair, I get killed. Like Mahsa Jina Amini. He kept quiet. I know that. A lot of Democrats here in America. I'm talking directly to you, my fellow American citizens. I'm talking to you. This is the Berlin Wall moment of Iranians. We are the East Germany. We are the East Germany. And believe me, we don't want war, but we don't want the warmonger regime. Help us be the voice of Iranians to bring the wall of dictatorship down. And that could have been done 47 years ago when President Carter was in power, when the Islamic Republic took the American diplomats hostage. Yes, they let them go, but they took the entire nation, Iranians. They took the entire Middle East hostage. And this is the time, if we bring the wall of dictatorship down in Iran, believe me, the consequence is going to be bigger than...
That was kind of cute, the way she said consequences. The consequence, let's say, I gotta hear it again.
Down in Iran, believe me, the consequence is...
The consequence? I love it. I don't know. It's cute. It's cute.
Going to be bigger than the fall of the Berlin Wall, because this is going to guarantee global security.
Let me read for you, because my audience probably saw it, but I just want to read what exactly the New York City mayor said. Today's military strikes on Iran, carried out by the United States and Israel, mark a catastrophic escalation in an illegal war of aggression. Bombing cities, killing civilians, opening a new theater of war. Americans do not want this. They do not want another war in pursuit of regime change. They want relief from the affordability crisis. They want peace.
Oh, my God. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I live in New York, Mr. Mamdani. You are more than welcome to come to one of my safe houses. You're more than welcome to come and see my would-be assassin in the federal court. You didn't even dare to come and face them.
And while you're doing that, why don't you like clean up all the shit off the streets, okay? Well, how about you do that as well?
Where were you when they sent killers here in New York City? You were crying for your aunt because she stopped using subway for simply in an illusion statement you made saying that she didn't feel safe because of wearing hijab. Really? I stopped using subway because of the would-be assassins being sent to beautiful New York City by the Islamic Republic. I know maybe you and many other people, they hate President Trump, but believe me, this is not the right time to shift your hatred and your anger from President Trump to the people of Iran, innocent people. We are better allies to you, America, compared to these backward mullahs.
I also want to give you some other information we've just gotten in my ear. So in an address a short time ago, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said there were signs that Iran's supreme leader is, quote, no longer. But he didn't go anything farther than that. He didn't confirm his death, but he did say no longer. What does that indicate to you, if anything?
So if he's really dead, this is a day of celebration. I call every Iranian, every American, if Ali Khamenei is gone, do not mourn. Do not even dare to mourn for the killing of a terrorist, because removing a terrorist is not tragedy. It's a sign of justice. Let's not forget Nida Agha Sultan. Let's not forget Pouya Bakhtiari, Pejman, Mahsa Jina Amini, Aida the doctor. Let's not forget the innocent, unarmed civilians being killed because of him. He ordered my killings 3 times. He ordered the killings of innocent Iranians for 47 years. And that's the dream of me, to be alive, to tell Iranians, celebrate this moment. When Osama bin Laden was killed in America, what did Americans do? My fellow American citizen, what did you do? Did you mourn the killing of Osama bin Laden? No, because you saw this as a sign of justice for the victims of September 11. If Ali Khamenei is killed, this is a sign of justice for the family members of thousands of unarmed, innocent people who have faced a massacre, who have been executed because of this guy. Do not dare to mourn for terrorists. And I hope this is the truth. And I'm sure that millions of Iranians will celebrate the killing of their...
She's a firecracker, bro. You got to give her that. She's a little firecracker. Yeah, there are shit I added to the bookmarks because I was just adding crazy. But yeah, Anthony Cumia just attacked somebody. I haven't been following the drama with Anthony Cumia and Stuttering John. I keep seeing it, but I ignore it because I don't give a fuck about Stuttering John. But this was kind of funny.
Don't step on my mandolin. Come on, you gotta show. Look at this pedophile. Just got denied a handshake. Look at that. I thought you left the city.
Who are you?
Who's Sue Lightning?
A transgender woman.
Who
are you? Who are you?
Who are you? I thought you left New York, you racist piece of shit.
Who are you?
Most people aren't pedophiles and racist.
Who are you? I'm asking who you are.
I am a person that recognizes a scumbag on the streets of New York.
Here you go.
If that was a punch, that was like the weakest punch I've ever seen. Yeah, we just got to clear the palate every now and then we get back to Iran, okay? So.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Wow, look at that.
Scumbag.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Anthony Cumia is doing good. Sorry, I have some things in here that are kind of off topic. The Iranian regime launched a rocket. It misfired, again, on the school getting hit by a rocket. It misfired and fell near a school. The Iranian regime propaganda outlets immediately reported that it was a U.S.-Israeli strike that killed exactly 51 children. Jesus. And injured exactly 60 children. That's terrible, dude. Comic Dave Smith immediately believes it. It's also Palestinian. See, everybody's been running with that, obviously. But, I mean, the footage is there. It's on footage. It's on film. You can see the missile fucking go up from the base and go right down to the school. But again, maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's, we'll find out that's wrong. I don't know. But right now it seems pretty clear. Kaizen, he has a video about this. I haven't watched this, but this guy's pretty intelligent. Let's see what he has to say about the Iran war going on.
It's not the start of World War III.
I hope so.
It's not Iraq 2.0.
There is a risk of backfiring, and we should be honest about that. The question is it worth the risk? Of course, no one wants war, but you know what else no one wants? The Islamic Republic, which controls Iran, slaughtering tens of thousands of its own people. The Islamic Republic, which has been playing a game of nuclear poker with the world for 2 decades, bluffing for another 2. Hamas, which hurt both Palestinians and Israelis on October 7th, continuing to receive money and weapons from the Islamic Republic. There will never be peace in the Middle East while the Islamic Republic is in power. That's why almost every other...
I keep hearing this. I hope this is true, because I do. Again, I'm American. I want the best. Like, there's some people that are so fucking Trump deranged that they want this to fail, and they want schools to be hit by fucking rockets by Americans so that they can be justified in all the screaming they've done. Again, against regime change, always been against regime change, but now that it's happening, I want the best results for our fucking country and the world. So if this happens to be the case that you get rid of Iran, basically you end the fucking whole terrorist industrial complex, and shit, it's so much easier to deal with the middle. I'd love to see that be the result, but I have a feeling it's not.
Country, Muslim and non-Muslim, Arab and non-Arab, wants them gone. And you know what happened when we fired at them this morning? They fired back at Jordan, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. We fired at them. They fired missiles at their neighbors. But okay, we're thousands of miles away. Why does that concern us? It concerns us because China, which is competing with us whether we like it or not, props up the Islamic Republic with money in exchange for oil. It's our concern because there's been an anti-American axis at play for decades. And while we've been fighting each other, they've been fighting us. So let's talk about the risk. If you're scared of World War III with China and Russia, you needn't be. We already tested their alliance last June when we bombed Iran's nuclear facilities. China and Russia drew words, but not weapons. A year later, and they're doing the same thing because their relationship with Iran is transactional. And without them, Iran is weak. The bigger risk is Iraq 2.0.
Also, nuclear weapons, okay? Nuclear weapons. We're not going to wars are not going to be started between nuclear countries because they're not stupid.
But Iran is not Iraq. Iraq is a third world country created by Britain and France whose people didn't want us there. Iran is a descendant of Persia, one of the most successful civilizations in history, with a sophisticated, capable, young population who wants a new government. And they've been asking for help. Let's be precise about the errors of Iraq. It wasn't that we struck, it's that we occupied. And we can choose not to do that here. We can support the Iranian people by air and by sea and leave the rest up to them. And that's the biggest risk. We're creating a power vacuum and we don't know who will fill it. But for the Iranian people, after 47 years under the Islamic Republic, selling kidneys for food, what do they have to lose? It's easy to say you don't want war. No one does. But the honest question isn't whether you want war. It's whether what's good for humanity is worth risking it. If you want to support clear thinking...
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people saying this is going to be a good thing. I don't know, don't celebrate. I mean, we did that with Iraq. We thought, oh boy, you went in there, fucking shock and all, and it's done. Man, we did such a great job. That shit lasted 20 years. It was a disaster, okay? Although some people, Iraqis, again, I repeat, some Iraqis are still happy about it. To this day, they think America did the right thing. But yeah, there's so many ways this can go. And even if it seems good right now, oh, Khamenei's dead, the regime falls. But remember, the big thing that made Iraq so terrible and last so long was Iran. It was Iran, we were basically fighting Iran inside of Iraq. So, let's just hope for the best. That's all I can say. Let's hope for the best. Dubai skyline tonight. Yeah, so Dubai has been taking some damage. Part of Iran's strategy, I guess, to force the Gulf states to kind of come to the table to ask America to stop, I guess. I don't think it's going to work. The Patriot air defense system at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar are working hard to down Iranian ballistic missiles tonight. This video shows them intercepting several targets, but one of the Patriot missiles also clearly misfires to the surprise of an American soldier.
Fuck yeah.
All right, this guy's enjoying it a little too much.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was a misfire. That's a little bad when your Patriot missile comes down and fucking hits you. Iran said, let's keep this party going. Iranian Shahed drones continue targeting U.S. bases in Bahrain. Yeah, we saw this one earlier. There's a whole crowd outside that's just like anti-American and loving it. I mean, we could see a situation where I don't know what's going on in Bahrain, but they might have a population of people that, you know, they might fucking storm the base and like I don't know, dude. Seems like there's a lot of anti-American types out there in Bahrain. Yeah, we already watched the anti-Cumia one. It's Patrick Bet David. I'm sure he's very excited about this. Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei is officially dead. This is a statement to the entire leadership team of IRGC. Your days are numbered.
The Supreme Leader of Iran, Ali Khamenei, is officially dead. They killed him. They found his body. Reports came in. Let me tell you why this is big. This is not killing a president. This is not killing a prime minister. This is not killing a king. You're killing the supreme leader of a religion. This is number 2 to God. They killed. And by the way, the last time the supreme leader was alive, I was in Iran. It was June 3rd, 89. When he died, Khomeini, I was in fifth grade at a school called Gulbenkian, and it was chaotic in Iran. Because their hero died. This guy didn't die. They killed him. By the way, according to reports, 81% of Iranians hate this regime. And
81%? Is that a reliable number? I mean, 81% is pretty fucking high, dude. Then, yeah, the question is, like, are they going to have a clean move to a new government? Because that's the tricky part. Or is it going to end up civil war and factions fighting to take control? Because then it's going to be ugly and a lot of people are going to die. So we'll see.
They want it to be changed. Not 61%, not 51%, not 31%. Nearly 81% want this person to be gone, and he's gone. So what happens next? Trump killed Qasem Soleimani. Reputation. Now he kills the supreme leader, combined with a couple different countries. How many people are on IRGC side? How many countries? Maybe a handful? Who's supporting them? Who? You don't think people are sitting there saying, well, about 180 countries are against you. Why? Because how many countries go around the world saying death upon America, death upon America, death upon infidels? Who says that? You don't think the president and his team wanted to negotiate with you guys to say, just say you're never going to have nuclear weapons. No, just for 3 years so you can be out and then we can get another Biden in and we can go out there and do all that stuff. So look, whether you're...
I got an idea. I nominate PBD to be the new leader of Iran. Let's send him back to Iran and he can run it. That's what I'd like. And then we don't have to worry about watching his show either. Obviously, look, you know, I'm not a PBD hater, although I think he's a bit of a shady guy with his past of running MLMs and shit. But obviously, his point of view is from someone who really wanted to see this happen. So take everything with a grain of salt.
Or not happy about this because you're an anti-war person, which I totally get. No one wants war. I lived there as a kid. I saw people dying, and no one wants that. It was the most anxiety, panic as a little boy. Nobody should experience that. Till today, certain sounds still get me because I go back to being a boy, and I was in the U.S. Army here. Nobody wants to see this happen, except maybe if your name is John Bolton and Lindsey Graham. But for everybody else who is wanting the world to be a safer place, if this gets quickly like this, and everybody else sits around and says, "Hey guys, they're about to kill you and your kids, and you, who's next? Let's just work with these guys. What do you want to do? Guys, we're done. Surrender. Put the flag. We're done, guys. What do you want to do next? Let's make it work. Let your people go elect somebody they want as their president, whoever it is. Let's go back to having good diplomacy. Let's stop being the agent of chaos in the Middle East."
I think it's kind of high hopes to think that the people that are with the IRGC are going to be able to just go, okay, guys, I give up. No, there's going to be mobs hunting them down and probably killing them in the streets, because that's usually how these things go. So if I was one of them, I would be getting if I didn't want to stay and fight and die, I'd be getting the fuck out of that country, because I don't think the people that take over are going to just be like, okay, Trump says you have immunity, but are the new regime that takes over Iran, are they going to give you immunity, or are they going to fucking execute you? So yeah, not looking good for those guys.
And let's make it a safer place. So, very interesting day for me, because I'll never forget June 3rd, 89. Never. I was 10 years old, about to be 11. So, a great day for a lot of people that feel liberated, and none of this would have happened without President Trump. Many presidents have talked a big game. None of them had the brass to make the decision. You got to give him respect. While he's in the heat of moment with everybody saying you shouldn't do it, you shouldn't do this, they planned it out different than the way they did Venezuela, and they got Khamenei. Obviously, let's see what happens next. They could retaliate, but I think we will see fairly quickly what their next move is going to be.
Well, they said they have been retaliating, and they said the biggest strikes are still to come. So 40 top Iranian leaders were killed during the U.S. attack on Iran, per Fox News.
Fox News has learned from a senior Israeli security official. Israel assesses that more than 40 senior Iranian security and regime figures were killed in strikes during the opening operation that Israel launched this morning with the United States against the Iranian regime. This official goes on to say this is one of the largest regime decapitation operations conducted in modern warfare history, and that Israeli intelligence managed to infiltrate the Iranian security echelon, making the strikes possible, this official explained. But again, this news just coming into us, we were able to confirm it, that a senior Israeli official telling Fox News more than 40 senior Iranian security and regime figures were killed in the opening strike this morning. And John and Sandra, as you can hear on our phones here, and we're going to stay here. Our security is giving me the nod to stay here. Mm-hmm. Tel Aviv is under a significant attack right now. And again, this new...
That's got to be scary. You're in a building. It's just like Russian roulette. Is it my building that's going to get hit? I mean, the likelihood that it's your building is probably low, but it could still be your building that gets hit. That's got to be terrifying.
News breaking that Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, has been killed. We are now reporting exclusively that 40 senior regime figures were also killed in the strikes. The Iranians are going to try to target as much of Israel as possible, and that's exactly what is happening right now.
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah. So yes, this is the pro-Iran crowds out there. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I would hope this would be quick, but this could, again, like usual, turn into a prolonged battle. It just depends. Are all these people willing to just lay down their arms and give up? Maybe, eventually. Israeli media analyzing a direct hit on Tel Aviv, discussing munitions they haven't encountered until now. There was a confirmation that a missile with a clustered warhead was launched, but cluster munitions can't cause this kind of damage. Something different about this missile.
בבשורה הקשה הזו, על כך שנקבע מותה של הפצועה האנוש בפגיעה הישירה הזאת בתל אביב. נועם, עוד משהו שאנחנו יכולים להוסיף מכאן, רמז כאן, נדמה לי, מפכ"ל המשטרה בהצהרה שלו, קודם לכן, שכנראה יש כאן מרכיבים, ואני שוב מנסה להיות מאוד זהיר, נועם, שלא נתקלנו בהם עד עכשיו מבחינת ה...
Yeah, I mean, that could be Saudi Arabia. It could be, again, all this footage, it's real time, and who knows what's real, what's not. But massive pro-government crowd chants death to America in Iran. According to this RT account, I don't even know if it's a legitimate RT account. It's got 3.3 million followers. Looks like it is RT. So, I don't know. Maybe RT got it wrong. That's possible.
חימוש הזה שפגע כאן בפגיעה.
נכון, אז אני באמת מנסה גם אני...
The thing is, with the advent of AI, nobody believes anything. So, what do? I don't know. I mean, let's see what... Some of this footage is going to be real. Some of it might not be. Who knows? But so far, I think everything I've played is real because I did do, as much fucking looking into it with the time I had to confirm. I wasn't looking at some videos of Arma 3 or some shit.
לבדוק למה הוא מתכוון, אני חייב להודות, אין לי אישור כרגע על...
אבל הייתה רמיזה לכך
בדיוק, שיגור של, נכון, של משהו שהוא כרגע חריג, ואני חושב גם צריך רגע אחד לומר, מוקדם יותר היה אישור על כך ששוגר אותו טיל עם ראש מתפצל. עכשיו תראה, משהו לגבי הטיל הזה,
נכון. גם ראינו גם במהלך מבצע תל אביב, כולל הפגיעות
They're saying something about this missile is different.
שבע בזמנו, שגם הם היו באמצעות חימוש מתפצל.
חימוש מתפצל, אבל חימוש מתפצל לא יכול לגרום לכזה הרס. חימוש מתפצל הוא בעצם מפצל את הטיל לכמה רקטות קטנות.
So yeah, they're thinking this is some sort of new missile or something, because it did way more damage than what their normal missiles would do. So every now and then we're going to periodically watch a clip of Shia LaBeouf in his interview on Channel 5 today. It's kind of hard after this interview not to like him. I don't know. I kind of like him a little more now.
How was the experience of, going to jail and everything like that?
All cute, like fun, like whatever, like stupid, like Mardi Gras.
What was it like at OPP?
What's OPP?
Orleans Parish Prison,
man.
Shit.
You got all the slick ass names. I don't know, bro. I went in there. I was like, "Hey, let me get a coffee." They're like, "Shut the up, man. We don't give you coffees out here." So, but they were all nice to me, bro. I got cold. They gave me a blanket. Nobody was really talking. It was crowded. It was Fat Tuesday, so it was super crowded. And then it got more crowded and more crowded and more crowded. But that was fun. And then
he got arrested 2 times in 30 days. I think it was maybe more than that. And he got arrested after this interview again for assault and battery or whatever. So I don't know if that was from something he did previously or he literally left this interview, got drunk, and got in another fight. See, I want to like this guy, but I know in person, if I talk to him, like, he's one of those people that, like, if you say the wrong word, next thing you know, he might be choking you. Like, he seems kind of out of control.
It's pretty cute. There was one dude who popped off bad, but nothing really.
How many people were in the drunk tank on Fat Tuesday?
On Fat Tuesday, it was probably where I was. There's probably 50 of us.
I'm sure everybody recognized you though, right?
Yeah, but everybody's good, bro. Everybody's easy. You know what I mean? They know what it is, really. They know already.
Yeah.
My baggage kind of lands before I get there kind of thing, usually everywhere.
You told me you shared a blanket in there though.
Yeah, we did. We shared a blanket because there's 50 of us, so there's only so many blankets. But yeah, me and this one, we shared a blanket. He was, we talked. He was a good guy. Actually, so usually when you get processed, you become friends with whoever you're getting processed with. Just the innate reality of meeting somebody before you meet everybody else.
Yeah.
And so the guy I got processed with became sort of a quick buddy. We didn't even talk. I don't know much about him, but just like one fisherman could see another fisherman from afar kind of thing. And we had that kind of connection. And then, black kid. Shared blanket, and we also shared meals. Like we
now it makes sense.
It got quite intimate, actually. What was his name? I don't remember. His name? I don't remember. Older cat. I don't know what his name was. William, if you're out there, go ahead.
How was the
Go ahead, what, Shia? So yeah, every now and then we'll clean the palate with the Shia LaBeouf clip. Now back to war. Breaking reports of casualties after Iranian drones strike Dubai International Airport. Whatever's left of the Iranian regime has managed to turn practically every single neighbor country against them. Yeah, so this is the footage from that. Yeah, this is a short clip. I think I got a longer one. At this time, a Iranian drone has struck Dubai International Airport with evacuations are underway at the airport. Yeah, he wrote that fucked up. I didn't say it fucked up. He wrote it fucked up. At this time, an Iranian drone has struck Dubai International Airport with evacuations are underway at this. Yeah, he wrote it fucked up. That wasn't me. So yeah, Dubai is getting hit quite a bit. So yeah, they got struck by a fucking drone, bro. Iranian here with a message for every single American who voted for Trump. Thank you.
Iranian here with a message for every single American who voted for President Trump. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. God bless President Trump, God bless the US military, and God bless America. We can't wait until Iran is free and we can welcome you back to our country with open arms and be the allies that we used to be before the Islamic regime took over our country in 1979. That's it. Thank you. Thank you so much, and God bless America.
All right, well, let's see if you're saying that in 3 years. Because I have a fear, like, what happens in these type of situations is, like, the most violent faction takes over. Like, whoever's most capable of violence. I think it's going to break. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and there's some plan. You know, they're going to bring in that Reza guy, the crown prince of, the exiled prince of Iran or whatever, and they're going to become a monarchy. That's what some people want. But if this becomes factions, fighting factions, it's going to be probably it's not going to be a very peaceful government that takes over. I don't know. Let's hope that's not the case. This is deliberate. That's a civilian high-rise in Bahrain, and the IRGC is intentionally flying suicide drones into it. They know they are facing their final hours and have decided to bring the entire region down with them. So she's another Iranian. She's a Jewish Iranian. Possibly the most famous Iranian Jew on social media. So obviously she's pro regime change. But yeah, that's a pretty big boom. Yeah, so Bahrain has been getting hit quite a bit too, man. Pro tip, if you see the explosion clearly enough to zoom, you're already too close. Where's this one at? I'm not sure where this one's happening. But yeah.
Єбать. Готуйтесь до взриву.
There's some pretty big explosions.
Готуйтесь до взриву, дуже голосно буде. Йоп твою мать. Зараз буде ще. Зараз буде ще один.
More footage of Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv got hit pretty bad. So yeah, Tel Aviv got hit pretty bad. Ballistic missiles over Jerusalem from the last barrage.
Fantastic plastic, bro!
Okay. Why is he screaming fantastic plastic, bro? What is going on? What are these people doing? Yeah. That's got to be terrifying. A man loses it after an air defense missile shoots down an Iranian missile over Kuwait. So a lot of videos I'm getting from this channel seems to be pretty good. Vizgrad 24.
Kaboom! Kaboom! Kaboom!
He's pretty excited.
Kaboom! 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 Kaboom!
Man, the amount of adrenaline must be off the charts. I don't know. Is this an old video? I swear I've seen this one before. We'll clean the palette with a little fight at Walmart.
But he looking like he got a motherfucking problem. Do something, motherfucker. Do something, motherfucker. I'm over here. I don't give a fuck where you are. I don't want to.
Who you think will win? I don't know. Black dude look a little gangster. This dude look a little swole though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like he's been scrapping since he
nah,
was little.
look,
But
dude look like he finna pull out the blick. This dude look like he got hands. This nigga look like he got hands up.
Yeah.
Look, oh, they finna. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I played this video like years ago. I remember it.
Swing. Oh yeah, they swing. Oh, they swing. Oh, they swing. It's litty in this hole. That's your hair.
Bro, why are you gonna fight if you're like that uncoordinated? It's like you're big, you got everything. You just are like an uncoordinated oaf, bro.
Oh my god! Oh my god! They going down! Oh!
it's always nice when the little guy wins, right? It's always nice. All right, let's get back to war. Breaking: U.S. soldiers filming an Iranian ballistic missile slamming to the ground very close to their position. Yeah, we saw that one already. This is somebody, so we'll hear a little bit from the anti-regime change Iranians. As an Iranian, shut the fuck up. No one is celebrating here. Everyone is scared and is trying to escape somewhere safe. So many innocent people already died, including young students who were at a school during the bombing. People are grieving. People like you deserve the worst. Yeah, so, I don't know, man. Obviously some Iranians are not going to be happy about their country being attacked. Let's hear some more from Shia.
What would you say to Jesus if you could meet him?
I wouldn't say shit.
Really?
Nah. But I'd kiss him. I kiss him. I just kiss him.
Is he drunk during the interview? Is that a
feet?
I think he's drunk.
No one say nothing. Chill out with these questions, Andrew.
My bad. I didn't know it was going to make you emotional.
I'm a real Catholic, bro. A real one.
I just thought you had thought about it.
No, I'm a real one, bro.
I want to believe in something.
Well, hey, bro, you got to hit your head into the wall hard enough where you just go, fuck it. It's the only way, dog.
That's how you find God?
Yep, for me. For the hard-headed ones, you got to go hard.
What do you think was the real-life equivalent of you smashing your head on the wall?
I put a gun in my mouth. I was ready to kill myself, blow my brains out.
Anybody surprised about that? It's not surprising.
Writing letters, dark days. For real, gone, ready to go.
Why didn't you do it?
Why didn't I do it? Because I'm pussy and also my mom. So God bless her. She kept me alive that night. And also some dude, I've said it already, but there was a dude who hit me up, this guy from the program. I used to save all the numbers in my phone, Joey AA, Bobby AA, Tommy AA. And there was a cat who hit me up that night. I was ready to go. And he hit me up. He said, hey, what are you doing? Or something like that. And then I was like, trying to explain myself, like, bro, fuck this. I'm out of here. Fuck life. I can't take it no more. I just lost my girlfriend. She's walking out the door. My wife didn't know. The ex is fucking suing. It's all just shit. I can't wrap my head around it all. I'm out of here, bro. And he's like, oh yeah, cool. Tell me about it in the morning. And I thought, you motherfucking insensitive piece of shit. And he bought me the night. I was so angry. I needed to talk to him in the morning. Sometimes that'll save you. Sometimes just being fucking like, sometimes madness, rage will save you from really scary stuff. I don't know. I'm not in charge. God's running the shit. I just try my best. And
maybe you should try a little harder to actually be in charge of your life, bro. Sounds like you're just like whatever emotion is going on in your head, you just allow it to take over, and that controls your actions. And he seems to be like a seriously bad alcoholic. Not a happy drunk, like an angry drunk, and those are the worst alcoholics. So I do think there's probably some drug things going on here, or maybe he just has mental issues that are surfacing. Looks like Iran is launching Shaheeds into downtown Dubai. Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm sure this is AI too, though. I mean, it could be. There's actually no war in Iran right now. It's all fake AI, guys. Sorry, actually, all of this is AI. I'm AI. Footage from Tel Aviv reveals the sheer force of the Iranian ballistic missile strike, with shattered windows and debris scattered for blocks from the impact site. See, I think this is the missile that they were talking about earlier, where they're like, this had to be something different than their normal, like, cluster bomb.
Here's more.
I guess they're shooting off the best bombs they got now. Yeah. The Tel Aviv is getting hit pretty damn hard, bro. Shia LaBeouf goes off on Mike Piazza for rejecting him 90 plus times for an autograph when he was a kid, saying that moment is exactly why he never says no to fans today. Bro, I've seen you interact with fans and be a dick, bro. This guy's so full of shit. I've seen him like, whatever, dude. You're always nice to your fans.
Pictures like a fucking, like I'm a...
Mike Piazza. Mike Piazza was a real man. He recognized, Mike Piazza, even when you were a kid, he recognized you were a problem and wanted nothing to do with you.
Golden retriever or a governor or something like that because I like what it does for people's lives. I remember trying to get Mike Piazza's autograph, motherfucker. You know what I mean? For my whole life.
So
Mike
random,
Piazza.
bro.
Were you waiting outside the fence?
Every day, this guy, bro. We used to go to these Dodger games. Big Brothers program used to give these tickets out. You go fucking Dodger game. Me and all of them dudes would be just sitting in the parking lot. Brent Butler always signed. Hideo Nomo always signed.
Bro, I fucking hated Brett Butler, dude. Because he was so annoying. Not because he was good. He was good, and he always fucking never got. He always seems to get on base every time you want to get through an inning. He always, gets a little bloop single. Like he was one of those leadoff hitters that just always got on base. He's just giving me flashbacks of how much I hated Brett Butler. Maybe it was only against the Braves, but he always just seemed to like never get out.
Mike Piazza.
Just a cold heart.
Mike Piazza, you're a bitch, bro.
Jesus, dude.
How many times do you think he rejected signing up?
Every day, bro. I used to go out there 90 times probably. Rejected me 90 times. So what it did was, I'm going to sign them all. So when I got on, it was like, yo, fuck Mike Piazza.
So you don't turn down any pictures?
Never. Never, ever. Not unless I'm with my kid or I'm eating some food or I'm chasing some ass.
Yeah,
because you feel like you're helping people.
So you do turn them down.
Yeah, what did God do it for? Why did he do it? Why did he do this to me? You know what I mean? What is the purpose?
So when G says LA, well, man, I gotcha, but I'm still coast to coast like I'm Mike Piazza,
Oh, yes, he was a rapper. It's all making sense now. I don't think I have a drinking problem, says Shia LaBeouf. You do, bro. You absolutely do.
I think set off that anger. I mean, boy, I haven't experienced it for a while, but I'll be honest with you. Big gay people are scary to me.
What do you mean?
I mean, yeah. When dudes are big enough that they could, take you against your will, I think that's what his point is. I don't know.
When I'm like standing by myself and 3 gay dudes are next to me touching my leg, I get scared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. If that's homophobic, then I'm that.
Yeah. Does that happen a lot?
No, it just happened one time.
Recently?
Well, that's why I got arrested.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were sort of being groped and surrounded.
I'm not going to say that because my lawyer said, oh, fuck, dude.
It's okay.
Yeah, remember there was reports that the fights he got into, he was like screaming homophobic slurs or whatever. But from the beginning, I was like, what led to him behaving this way? And now maybe this makes sense and maybe he was a little justified. Maybe he was surrounded by a bar filled with giant gay dudes who were groping him against his will. If that was the case, and I'm going to have a bit of a doubt as to how accurate this is. If that's the case, then yeah, his crash out makes a little more sense.
It's okay. It's okay. We can back up.
I am wrong for touching anyone ever, and that's the end of my statement on this whole shit.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Moving back to like what kind of things would set off that Napoleon complex?
Being challenged, my masculinity being challenged, somebody touching my girl, or touching my kid, or I'm good with gay. Be gay over there though. Don't be gay in my lap.
So you feel like when things that you feel that you possess in a way are challenged, like your girl, your kid, if someone gets in the way of what they want to do.
Yeah, if somebody, there's personal space type stuff, which gets weird it's Mardi Gras. That's why, bro, I was drunk and it's Mardi Gras. So everything I'm saying is nonsense. It's Mardi Gras,
But it sounds like this complex is maybe something that you noticed for a long time.
I mean, maybe, bro. I mean, my dad was raped by his cousin, so he was in my ear all the time. I don't know, maybe I am. Who the fuck knows, bro? I'm open to whatever somebody wants to say. It didn't feel like that when it happened. Look, and this is the worst thing to say, and I'm not gonna say it. I never had no problem with gay people, never. I remember paying for people's like transition surgery when I was fucking around on the internet heavy. I've never been adversarial towards it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't seem like a homophobic guy.
No, but I don't know, I'm open to whatever. If somebody's got more information on the subject, then, let me know. I know I'm fucking deep off into the Bible. I know what the Bible says about homosexuality.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Is he going to still keep trying to grift to the left? Because I don't think it's going to work after this. I don't think the left is going to take him after this. But there is a thing where it's like, no, it's not homophobic if a gay guy is putting his hands on you in a sexual way and you're upset about that and that scares you. That's not homophobic. That's just, no one should, that's not allowed. Just because they're gay doesn't give them the right to like physically assault you, sexually assault you. So I wouldn't say that's homophobic.
What does it say?
Nah.
If that's what happened to him.
Yeah.
But wasn't that written a really long time ago?
Bro, you can do whatever you want with the text. It's not my business. You know what I mean? I'm a traditional Catholic. That's okay.
And what's the difference between a traditional Catholic and, let's say, a more progressive Christian?
I really fuck with the Bible. My side is this. My behavior, bullshit. I gotta deal with that. Does that mean I gotta go to rehab again? I'm just not into it, bro. It's not.
Can you imagine him at Mass and like after Mass he's talking to the priest and the priest's like, "Hello, Shia." It's like, bro, I really fuck with that Bible, bro. I don't know. He's very Christian, but he sounds absolutely nothing like a Christian.
I don't think my answers are there. I don't. I genuinely don't. If I genuinely did, I'd go. I don't think I have a drinking problem. I think I have a different problem, and I'm going to address it.
And what's that problem?
I think I have a small man complex, some kind of Napoleonic. I don't know what it is. I think it's something that has to do with anger and ego more so than my drinking. But that's where I'm at now on my journey, and I'm trying to navigate it. I'll figure it out. Can't have a gun, can't be on drugs, can't be in no fuck around, and can't leave the country.
Yeah, I think drinking is part of the problem, Shia. It seems like you have an emotional regulation problem, right? Like you still you're basically a man child that can't control his emotions. Men, they have a lot of anger that's like boiling at the surface, and you have to learn to control that shit. Especially if you had a rough upbringing, or you have a huge ego and it gets triggered all the time. So it seems like an emotional regulation problem, which alcohol is definitely not going to help that.
How much was the bond?
I have no idea what happened.
Did somebody bail you out?
I have no idea, bro. I know Thundercat tried to get it going. Steven and me are very close. I know him from school. He tried to send his people out, and I love you very much. That's a good man. Cuddy did the same thing. So I had these assistants. I didn't know these names of these people, but they showed up at the court or the jail trying to get me out. And then the bailiff or the jailer was like, "Hey, do you know Stacy or Shirley?" And I didn't know none of these people. So she said, "Should I just tell them to go?" She did. And then I just left on my own. I don't know who paid for what. I know that there's...
And I think he's the first person ever to self-diagnose themselves as having a Napoleonic complex. Usually it's other people like that, because just short people, it's, they do have a chip on their shoulder because they're short. But I've never seen a short person diagnose themselves with it. That's wild.
Somebody told me there's like I'm not reading none of it, but bro, there's a lot of clout chasing going on in this motherfucker, you know what I mean?
Like people trying to take credit for
bro,
getting
let
out
him
of
live,
jail.
bro. God bless him. Good people.
So you got out of jail, like not even knowing who paid the bond?
No, I don't know what it is. No.
I saw this black chick paid for it. And then he went out and partied with her, and she was like, "I'll never turn my back on Shia. I love Shia." It was some like fan that bailed him out. There's videos of it where the chick's claiming she's the one that bailed him out.
What did you do when you're first fresh out?
I went right back to the fucking French Quarter.
Like a true alcoholic, he went right back to his drug.
It was about to be the fucking Zulu parade. Come on, dude, it's the parade.
Did I see you had papers in hand?
Yeah, I was ready to get it. What do you mean? You can't have half a Mardi Gras?
What is it about Mardi?
I think set off that anger. I mean, boy,
I don't know. I have a feeling this is if this dude doesn't quit drinking and grow the fuck up, this is gonna be it's not gonna end well, man. We've seen a lot of these celebrities in these celebrity crash outs. Watch the moment when the impressive military attacks by the United States and Israel against the Iranian regime began. Yeah, so here's some footage. Yeah. I mean, when you look in the sky and you see that, you know it's going to be a bad day. Yeah, this slowed down version of Macarena is pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, apparently that's the first thing Iran saw. A little more Shia.
I'll be honest with you, big gay people are scary to me.
He should start a podcast, bro. I think he would have a big podcast as long as he can keep it together and not get banned. Hypersonic missiles impact in Tel Aviv. I don't know if we've seen this one yet.
I think that's what the calculation now is. Regime preservation. Could you get a more...
Let's see what else we got. Here's some more. This is in Qatar.
Oh my God.
Guy has time. Who think? I mean, he's like, yeah, I got to get me on camera reacting to this. I don't know. It could be fake. I don't know. Yeah, I guess Cumia got arrested after for hitting that guy. I don't know. I don't care too much about the Cumia thing, to be honest. I don't know why I added it. Shia LaBeouf on the Epstein files. Let's see what Shia's got to say about the Epstein files.
The thing.
You see all the Epstein stuff when you were on the sick one.
Hey, people gotta get right. You know what I mean? You gotta own up. You gotta get right. People gotta get right. People gotta get right.
But were you peeping game when you were like out and about, like on the same day all these documents are dropping?
Nah, bro. I was fucking chasing ass on Mardi Gras. What do you mean? I wasn't paying no attention to Epstein files. Nah, this shit is beyond me, bro. I don't get into this shit.
Yeah, I just wondered. It was like the biggest news story in the world for a couple of days was Epstein.
If you got no life, you know, you're just sitting in a fucking hole all day. You're not, chasing ass and getting at it. And motherfuckers that are in the street, they don't give a fuck about this stupid shit. You know what I mean? It's if you're sitting home all day, just like, who got kidnapped? You know what I mean? Your life sucks. You know, you're a normie. Fuck off. But if you're out here, nobody gives a fuck about none of this shit.
No facts.
I remember asking Kendrick one time, like, bro, hey, Trump or Kamala, he was like, you think I give a fuck about this shit? Like, he got real life.
Yeah.
You know?
You're just out of touch, bro. Admit it. You're out of touch with what's going on. You don't give a fuck. You're rich. You're living your best life. Well, not your best life, but you're rich.
I just remember there was one day where it was like either Epstein does horrible shit or it's you having fun, and it was no.
Right. So if you got to pick, hey man, come with me. I'm the good one.
Yeah, and you're not.
I'm not no weird files, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm not no weird files. All my
I just might start choking you out of nowhere if you make me mad, but
shit's in the street, bro.
I'm the good one.
I'm open-hearted. I done fucked up, yes, but you know what I did. You know what I mean? And you know what I didn't do too. I swear you do. Come on, how, bro? Think.
I wanted to talk about some old shit.
Go ahead, bro.
The He Will Not Divide Us project.
Come on, dog.
I was just thinking today, I was like, that was Shia.
Yeah.
And you were kind of ahead of the curve on that.
Hey, bro, different time, different spirit.
Ahead of the curve? What? He's trying to spin it to make it look like it wasn't a complete embarrassment, which it was.
Different everything, just everything. And I wasn't wrong. He didn't.
You don't think Trump divided us?
No. It depends on your sensibilities. I still stand by the statement I put on the wall. He will not divide us. And he did not.
Well, he did.
So is he a Trump supporter? I'm lost now.
He divide the public.
No. The beauty of that piece actually was its ability to be both things. And
I wouldn't say it was Trump that divided us. It was the media that gave everybody Trump derangement syndrome that fucking divided us.
I don't want to fuck the art up, so I'm not going to speak on it no more. I don't want to choose a side. I'm a Catholic.
Christ first.
First. Only.
What would you say?
That's interesting. Interesting. Doesn't seem like he's got TDS. I thought he would have TDS. Holy crap, CNN is being forced to report on the massive support in the streets of Los Angeles for President Trump killing Ayatollah Khamenei.
The largest Iranian populations outside of the Middle East.
We got some pro-fucking regime change Iran protest happening in LA. That's crazy.
See the gathering there behind her. Julia, how is the Iranian community responding?
Well, this gathering has only grown, Jessica, over the past few hours, since we've gotten here. It has amassed a large number of people, and the celebration is striking. We got here just moments after initial reports, initial rumors of the death of Ayatollah Khamenei had just started to trickle from Iran to this diaspora community, and people were jumping in excitement, hugging each other, crying, saying that basically they've been waiting 47 years for this very day, Jessica. It is the reason so many of them have come out here today. I want you to hear from one of them specifically, his thoughts right after learning that the supreme leader of Iran was dead.
When is the last time you saw people in Israel and Iran dancing on the streets in excitement? And when is the last time you've ever heard of a country coming out and dancing because they're excited that foreign powers are attacking them?
Now, the name of Reza Pahlavi has been at the tip of people's tongues here, Jessica. So these are very much people who are pro-Shah. They want to see a leadership emerge from Reza Pahlavi.
Yeah, so they want a monarchy, right? It's going to be interesting, huh?
Calling for him to take over the reins, and their hope, they've told me, is that he would then lead a temporary government and hold elections in Iran, hold a referendum in Iran so that the people could decide what would come next for their nation.
Yeah, and so many Iranian people hoping for a regime change and that they can take back their government. A lot of questions about how that will happen, if it can happen. Julia Vargas Jones, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thanks for that.
Yeah, so Asmagul, I didn't know Asmagul was pro regime change. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a total blowout. Like, I am so happy this has happened. I am just dramatically, tremendously happy this has happened. I know that, obviously I've talked about it for a long time, about how big of a problem Iran is and everything. I was a big supporter of us bombing them before, and now we're bombing them again. And this is just amazing. Hopefully this...
Sorry, I'm completely blocking fucking Asmagul.
This is going to be the end of it, right? And so, yeah. Same, thank goodness. Exactly, man. And we'll look at some of the other things that have happened, but it's just been a total and complete blowout.
Bro, it's too early to celebrate, dude. Maybe he's too young to remember Iraq, because we felt this way early on with Iraq, when there's a new regime and there's not people killing each other in the streets of Iran, and that new regime is not crazy and more dangerous than the last regime, then I will say, hey, I'm happy. This is great. But it's way too early, bro. Way too early to be all celebrating shit right now. I mean, we learned with Iraq, man. You have more Iranians celebrating Khamenei's death. There's probably somebody who has somebody that they love that was, hurt or maybe even killed by the regime. Because the emotions there are off the charts. All right, yeah, so you can see a lot of emotions there. So this one already, statue of Khamenei torn down. One more yell. That guy's dumping, man. He's dumping some trauma on that shit. So yeah, tearing down statues of Khamenei is from Israel. Yeah, more footage of Israel. I'm guessing this is more of Tel Aviv. Yeah, this one I marked earlier, but I haven't seen. So this guy put together a thread, verified videos of the Iran-U.S.-Israel war. And let's just go through this. Let's see. Smoke rises in the air near Tehran City. Tehran City theater metro stations allow airstrikes, following airstrikes by the U.S. and Israel. So yeah, a lot of this is from yesterday, where that one is. Smoke rises near Jamari Avenue in central Tehran. So these are supposed to be verified to be real. For everybody that's worried about it, but who knows, maybe this guy's lying too. A plume of smoke can be seen on Shriati Street in Tehran. Okay. Damage in a pile of rubble can be seen in the aftermath of a strike on Square 72 in the Narmark district of East Tehran. Let's see it. Yeah. More destruction. Tehran residents noticed the first wave of strikes. I think I've seen this one already. Or no, I don't know. I don't think I have seen this one. Seems like the first kind of realization that we're under attack right there. I don't know. That's you're just going to the store and you're like, oh shit, somebody's shooting missiles at us. An explosion and a plume of smoke is filmed by a passing car near the Sahand University of Technology in East Azerbaijan province in northwest Iran. Yeah, there's a lot of these. An Iranian drone strikes the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet at naval support activity in Manama, Bahrain today. Yeah, I think we saw this one already. Let's watch it again.
مسيرة يا شباب مسيرة مسيرة اضرب 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 عجل.
Yeah. I don't think the people in Bahrain like having a military base there. An American military base. Smoke rises from a building near a primary school for girls in the southern city of Minab, Hormozgan province. Iranian media reports that dozens of schoolgirls were killed by a U.S.-Israeli strike. The school is close to an IRGC base. Yeah, so once again, this is the one that everybody's saying it was actually an Iranian missile, and then there's footage of it. Unless that's AI. You know, there's going to be a lot of propaganda from both sides in a fog of war, so. But it does look, from what I've seen, unless I get information that tells me different, it looks like it was actually an Iranian missile that either malfunctioned or maybe they wanted to take out a school so they could fucking, I don't know, be like, look, Americans are killing kids. I don't know, man. But 50 kids, I believe, died, and many were injured. So pretty devastating. Wait. Yeah. Iran State TV airs a video of damage to a primary school for the girls. Here's another one. I'm watching these real time, so I'm hoping there's no like extremely graphic stuff. Okay. Iran's semi-official Mehr news agency publishes footage of the aftermath of a reported strike near a primary school in Manab. Yeah, so this is the damage to the building.
همکنون امداد رسانی
It's terrible, dude. This is always what happens. You start a war, you just, you have unforeseen casualties, and children are a part of that. And it's very, very tragic. This is why you don't start wars lightly. It's not like a decision like, what restaurant are we going to go to tonight? Because this is the type of shit that happens when you start a war. The Air Tower block in Manama, Bahrain is struck by what appears to be a drone. The tower is roughly a mile from the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet at naval support activity. All right, so this is more in Bahrain. Damn. That was pretty nasty. Footage from inside the Air Review Tower block in Manama, Bahrain shows an Iranian drone striking the tower. Damn. Those fucking drones, bro. That dude's lucky to be alive. Hopefully he got out of there. But yeah, I mean, the explosion looked really bad, bro. I'm guessing he must have been just like right below it. Looks like it was right over his damn head, like the next floor up. A group of Iranians in a residential district near the city of Karaj dance and cheer on the street. Yeah, some people seem to be pretty happy right now in Iran. Residents in the southern town of Galadar, Fars province, celebrate more celebrations. Yeah, we saw this. They took down the statue. The iconic Burj Al Arab luxury hotel in Dubai was on fire tonight after it was struck by debris from an interceptor drone. Yeah. So, Abu Dhabi's been getting hit as well. Yeah, it looks like that's all of them from this guy. That's good work. He did a good job putting all this together. Who's this? Shayan Sardirizidabada, senior journalist at BBC Verify. So those are all verified to be real videos, according to him. What's this one? Oh yeah, we saw this one earlier. Let's do this, because I added some more bookmarks. Free therapy. Khamenei supporters are all having a mental breakdown and uncontrollably crying in mosques after his death was announced. Ooh, boy. By the way, guys, we're about 12 away from 100. If you're enjoying the show, you're enjoying the coverage, please give the like a little tappy poo. Links are in the description if you want to support the show. Join my Discord, which is free. Or follow second channel, or, super chats are open if you want to support and get your message across. Let's see this. The thing about Iranians, when they cry, it sounds like they're giggling. That's what's weird to me, but I don't know, sometimes when people cry real hard, it does kind of sound like laughing in a way. Yeah, so clearly there were people that liked him. Breaking: massive outpour of Iraq Shias into the streets asking the religious authorities to declare jihad. Basra is revolting in retaliation for Imam Khamenei's death. So I'm guessing the pro-Iran side of Iraq is not happy about this. Because, by the way, I think when it comes to the Iraq war, Iran won. Because, yeah, they have a lot of influence over Iraq. Interesting. Iranians chant death to America as the sun rises on Iran the morning after the murder of Ayatollah Khamenei. Now, this is pretty recent, I think. Yeah, I don't think this is over yet, guys. I don't know about you, but I don't think this is over. Yeah. Justin, another angle of an Iranian ballistic missile hitting Tel Aviv.
This fell down.
Nope, they didn't get that one. Just one of them gets through. Even sometimes they get them, but then the debris falls and kills somebody. I heard a report of somebody got killed by a missile that was intercepted, but the debris from intercepting the missile fell and killed the dude. Man. Oh, there's still 20 seconds left in this. Let's keep it going. They need to make a new version of Missile Command. You know? Overnight on President Trump's order. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we've seen all this. So, yeah. Let's see what else we can find. See what the latest is. I mean, we're still at war. It's still going. I'm sure Iran is still planning some shit. I don't think we've taken them out yet. Oh, looks like I did miss some stuff in here. Oh, yeah, looks like Iraq is getting a little fucking crazy, bro. Oh, it looks like Qatar got hit again. Yeah, shit is still kicking off here. Let me add these real quick. Refresh my bookmarks. I have to search Twitter on my on the monitor I'm not displaying because, you know, Twitter's a little crazy. Higher quality footage of the Iranian missile hitting the Palm Hotel in Dubai. Yeah, I mean, Dubai is taking some damage, bro. Chaos in Baghdad this morning as pro-Iran regime protesters attempted to breach the green zone, reportedly trying to get into the U.S. embassy. I mean, it looks like we might lose control of Iraq. Well, I mean, we don't have... Things are going to get ugly in Iraq because Iran has a ton of influence there. So, yeah. Who knows? That mob keeps growing, though. The green zone. Trying to get to the U.S. Embassy. Oh, boy. We're going to hold it or we're going to get the fuck out of there. Breaking: clashes between police and Iraqi protesters who are trying to storm the U.S. Embassy in the green zone. No, this ain't Oakland. This is fucking Baghdad, bro. This is Iraq. Yeah, they're trying to get to the U.S. Embassy in the Green Zone. Direct hit reported in Doha. This is from a minute ago. So, yeah, Iran is still shooting missiles at other Gulf states. Crazy, dude. Crazy. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else I can find. I got to search on my other monitor, though, because I don't want to get anything crazy. Any of these crazy X posts. So yeah, early reports stating that Iran has targeted the CIA headquarters in Dubai. Let me add that. More footage from Dubai. Iranian missile hit Dubai International Airport this morning. Yeah, so Iran's still fighting, bro. They ain't done. Iranian missile hit Dubai International Airport this morning. This looks like a new one. It's just, yeah, because we saw about an airport being hit before as well. So yeah, Dubai is, man. Iran has targeted CIA headquarters. I'm guessing that's supposed to be CIA headquarters in Dubai. Higher quality footage of the Iranian missile hitting the Palm Hotel in Dubai. Yeah, we saw that one already. Oh, boys. I don't know. I think this is going to drag out for a long time. Next week, something else will happen. We'll all forget about World War III. Yeah, I mean, if this keeps dragging on, people will forget about it. That's how the American news cycle goes. Just like the Ukraine war. Everybody's going to forget about it. But I hope it doesn't drag on. I hope it's fucking quickly won. And we can limit the amount of casualties. I mean, it's already bad enough. Let me see what else we got here. Yeah, Shia Muslims. So the Shia Muslims are really upset. In India, they're fucking out of control as well, fighting with the police. So in Iraq, they're fighting with the police. They're trying to get into our embassy, and then in India, they're fighting with the police. Let's see what else I can find here. So yeah, breaking at this time, multiple coordinated Iranian attacks ongoing against United States Air Force bases in the region, with explosions reported in Dubai. Yeah. The Dubai is taking some shots. They're taking quite a few shots. Yeah, the Shia Muslims in India controlled Kashmir broke through police barricades while carrying portraits of Khamenei. This is a worldwide uprising. So yeah, everybody that's loyal to them, you know, the Shia Muslims, they seem to be going crazy everywhere. That's India. Crazy. I don't know, man. I've been here 2 hours, but I'm like, there's still so much shit going on. I almost like, I just want to see what's happening because what I've been covering hasn't been absolutely up to the minute. So what have I been missing? So give me a second. Let me scroll here. See what the latest is. Maybe we can jump in, find a newscast that maybe catch us up on what's going on right at this minute. Give me a second. Let's do that. I can pull that up while I'm trying to find the latest news. The Enforcer's live. Let's see what he's got to say.
a backpack, a mobile system that can be used. But, you know, in Venezuela, there were not people on the ground with backpacks. There was helicopters
this is the
flying
enforcer.
over.
Go follow
and
him.
Also, the Venezuelans claim that some other strange aircraft showed up right before the helicopter showed up, but we never got visual evidence of that. So there's always a whole bunch of mythology around the U.S. showing up because we're just that damn good. When we show up, it's like Greek mythology's return to the earth or something. People start thinking all kinds of weird stuff starts happening just because they're so caught off guard by the fact our guys are so damn good.
You know, the truth of it is some sort of U.S. military technology that hasn't been disclosed to the public. That's probably the truth of it, because the fact that it shows up before every U.S. military operation, but it doesn't show up any other time. Like, it doesn't show up when the Taliban-Pakistan war begins. It doesn't show up in Ukraine.
Hitting this high
Well,
rise
actually, I
in
think this thing
Bahrain.
did show up in Ukraine at one point, but that was
a drone blasting down in Dubai. An intercepted missile crashing near crowds. This explosion near a U.S. Navy base. And Tel Aviv coming under attack. Hotels for Western tourists and airports hit across the region. We're getting our first look at the damage inside of Iran.
This is the moment for action.
President Trump addressing the nation in the early morning hours, laying out the mission's objectives.
They will never have a nuclear weapon.
Iran's foreign minister speaking out to NBC News.
There is no limit for us to defend.
Armed attack by Lebanese Shiites towards the U.S. Embassy? Bro, it seems to be kicking off everywhere right now. It's another U.S. embassy being attacked. Yeah, you can hear the machine gun fire. Yeah, man. Grok, is it true? No, this isn't true. No credible sources. Grok is so terrible at real-time shit, so take it or leave it. We'll see. This could be, if somebody can confirm. Isn't more? This video is a month old. Okay, good. Somebody confirmed it's an old video. Yeah, repurposed. Repurposed bullshit.
Defend ourselves. But what happens now that the Ayatollah is dead? What President Trump just told our Kristen Welker about the timeline for the mission. And the growing questions, what is the end game? How involved will the U.S. be? Our correspondents spread out across the region tonight as America's attacks
Yeah,
on...
I've seen multiple accounts reporting about these Lebanese Shiite militants attacking a U.S. embassy, so I don't know, maybe it's happening, but they're just using old footage. I don't know.
Iran may only be getting started.
And good evening. As we come on the air
Yeah,
here.
here's some, or everybody's just, falling for the same bullshit because somebody else is reporting that Lebanon is rising up in southern Beirut.
Tonight, we have breaking news out of Iran, a dramatic escalation in the Middle East. President Trump saying Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, was killed in U.S. and Israeli strikes across Iran today. We want to show you this image. That was the Ayatollah's compound, completely destroyed. President Trump also saying many of the country's top leaders were also taken out. That action, killing a head of state, creating, in a sense, a whole new world for everyone in Iran and anyone who cares about its future. Iran, for decades, a sworn enemy of the United States, today firing back, including right now as we come on the air, launching attacks not just on Israel, but on other nations across the region. This was an incredible moment. Watch closely. That's a drone smashing right into a high-rise in Bahrain. This is a wider angle of likely that same strike. This hotel in Dubai, popular with Westerners, also hit. And there was this attack near a U.S. Navy service center in the region. The U.S. reporting multiple attacks on American bases across the Middle East, but so far, no U.S. casualties.
Yes, there's reports of many bombs going off right now in Dubai. Can't see them, but can definitely hear it. Hope no casualties. So yeah, Iran reportedly intends to repeatedly strike Dubai and other cities in the Gulf with the belief that their populations are not as prepared or willing to engage in prolonged military conflict as Israel, and will ask U.S. to halt attacks under pressure. So yeah, it looks like this next wave of attacks is just going to be more of the same. An impact was reported near the airport just a few moments ago. Looks like they're targeting airports. Okay. Yeah.
The president released a video in the early morning hours saying the goal is to prevent Iran from building nuclear weapons. He spoke to our Kristen Welker late today, suggesting this mission is far from over. And though Iran has not confirmed the supreme leader is dead, there were celebrations by Iranian Americans in different cities across the U.S. who are hopeful that the regime is nearing its end. But there are growing questions tonight about who will lead Iran, and there is criticism from some lawmakers that the president is marching the U.S. into a war with no clear endgame. Our correspondents tonight spread out across the region and here in the U.S. But we begin with a military strike that has shaken the region and the world.
Tonight, the stunning and surprise strikes. U.S. jets and Tomahawks targeting Iran as part of a joint U.S. and Israeli operation, leading to a historic moment in the Middle East. President Trump posting the leader of Iran's Islamic regime, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, is dead, calling him one of the most evil people in history, adding he was unable to avoid our intelligence and highly sophisticated tracking.
Yeah, let's catch up with some things I've been pulling up. 6:30 a.m. in Iran, Tehran's Ingolab Square is currently filling up with mourners for Supreme Leader Khamenei chanting death to America. Yeah. I think we saw this one already. Yeah, we saw this one already. Breaking reports that Mojtaba Khamenei, son of the late Supreme Leader, has been named as Iran's new Supreme Leader. Father of the son, Mojtaba has long been considered the shadow power behind the regime, controlling key IRGC appointments, overseeing intelligence operations, and managing his father's inner circle. In true USA fashion, they overthrew Khamenei to be replaced by Khamenei. Remember Afghanistan? All right. Well, look, this supposedly this is the new Supreme Leader. Mr. Supreme Leader. What a weird name. I'm the Supreme Leader. It's like some sci-fi shit. This is the funniest shit I've seen yet. Live hit on air, and they have to explain to the listeners that the Iron Dome isn't working everywhere.
And the Israelis. I think that's what the calculation now is. Regime preservation. Could you get a more pragmatic figure presiding over this regime? Sure.
Aaron, I just want to break in for a moment because we're looking at live pictures in the air over Tel Aviv, and obviously, as many people know or maybe don't know, there is an Iron Dome that Israel uses as its missile defense system, and we're seeing it working now. But in some places and instances, it does not work, and I believe this is one missile feasibly that has broken through the Iron Dome.
And the Israelis, I think that's what.
Yeah, they can't get them all. That's the problem. You keep shooting enough of them, eventually, yeah. I don't know what this is. This Korean woman was live streaming from her room in Dubai when the bombing caught her attention. She went to investigate, witnessed the bombing, and panicked. I bet you she has more viewers than me. I mean, can you blame her? I'd be freaking out too. I laugh, but dude, if that happened to me right now, and all of a sudden I'm looking out and like everything's getting hit with missiles, yeah, I'd probably be freaking out too. I'd probably be a little cooler than that though. You know, I'd keep my cool a little bit better, but I am a man, so I got that going for me. Iranian missiles over Dubai. Yeah, I think we've seen this one, right? Yeah. Yeah, these are ones we've already seen. Let me refresh. I think I got some new stuff in here. Yeah, crowds in Isfahan mourn the death of the Ayatollah while Iranian missiles pass overhead.
لبیک سربازان و رزمندگان اسلامه و ادامه خواهد داشت تا انتقام خون همه شهیدان. تا انتقام خون امام شهیدان رو بگیر.
So this is like minutes ago, and I mean this is basically right now in Iran. So this is not over, okay? Anybody telling you this is over, it is not. Ask Dubai, who's still getting hit with missiles right now, if it's over.
همراه با این موشک‌هایی که داره فرستاده میشه مرگ بر آمریکا.
Yeah, he sounds better than Bad Bunny, I'll give him that. Breaking, alleged footage appears to show a drone approaching Dubai International Airport. Oh, those are terrifying, bro. It's a whole new thing, man, this drone warfare. These little fucking explosive robots, dude. We gotta learn to pick to like pick these things out of the air. Uh-oh, now it's... Is that the one that hit the airport? Yeah, we saw some of these.
Systems and working closely with Israel, there was not a thing he or the other leaders that have been killed along with him could do. Khamenei, a political and religious leader, led Iran, which is designated by the U.S. as one of the world's top sponsors of terrorism.
You guys know Chet Hanks is trapped in Colombia right now? Yeah. Just in case you don't know. I don't know what happened, but Chet Hanks is trapped in Colombia.
1989. His compound
apparently he
in
lost
Tehran,
his passport or
seen
something.
in this satellite image, completely destroyed. The daylight strikes left smoke billowing over Iran's capital. This vehicle on fire and a crater in the middle of the city. Israel releasing this footage, striking a ballistic missile launcher. You can actually see the Iranians as they were preparing to fire. President Trump inside Mar-a-Lago, seen watching it all unfold, flanked by Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, announcing Operation Epic Fury this morning.
Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer.
Tonight, Iran retaliating. Israeli air defenses taking out many of the incoming missiles and drones. Here, Israelis huddling under an overpass and crowding inside underground shelters. And also tonight, in a surprise move, the Iranian regime also lashing out against multiple Arab countries, including striking civilian targets. In Dubai, you can see an Iranian strike on a hotel from several different angles. The Fairmont Dubai Palm Hotel hit and erupting in flames. And this image from a blown-out hotel room. Here, Iranian projectiles streaking across the sky. That's an Iranian drone nearly striking the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. In Qatar, people scrambling as debris from an intercepted Iranian missile falls on a street. In Kuwait, an Iranian drone striking and damaging Terminal 1 of Kuwait's international airport.
Jesus, dude.
And
Iran is seriously, like I said yesterday, it's like in a movie when like you shoot somebody and they're dying, but as they die, they're like their fingers on the trigger, and it's just like they're just firing fucking wildly everywhere.
Rain tonight. Look at this Iranian strike on a downtown high-rise.
It's like their last death throes.
Someone inside this building filming as an Iranian drone makes impact. And huge plumes
That's probably
of
the
smoke
wildest
visible
one
for
of all.
miles when an Iranian drone hit the headquarters of the U.S. Fifth Fleet. The Pentagon saying no one was injured. President Trump saying one of the U.S. goals to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. The U.S. destroyed Iran's nuclear sites last year, but the president saying the Iranian regime has been trying to rebuild. and that ongoing negotiations were not working.
This terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. We sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil.
For weeks, the president building up U.S. military forces in the region, telling me this in our interview earlier this month.
Should the supreme leader in Iran be worried right now?
Yes, apparently there's more shit heading towards Israel. Sirens blare across Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, signaling potential incoming missile or rocket fire. So yeah, I'm telling Iran's not done. What else I got here? Sirens blare across Tel Aviv and Jerusalem.
Waleed, I just want to let our viewers know that they are hearing sirens now in Tel Aviv. We heard them a short time ago in Jerusalem. Sirens sounding across Israel at this hour because of the potential, apparently, of incoming missile fire or rocket fire. That's why the eyes are on the sky. And if you see something moving up
This
that
is live
way,
Tel Aviv right
like
here.
a firework, that could be the Golden Dome trying to intercept whatever is incoming.
So yeah. So they're hitting the Bahrain International Airport now. So yeah, they seem to be targeting airports. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's smart to target airports. But yeah, this is live right now.
By the United States and Israel with attacks taking place.
I don't hear any sirens at the moment. So
Actively looking for Iranian missiles. It is looking for launch sites because Iran has been firing missiles at
don't trust each other and have been threatening each other. And one of the threats that the Iranians made was that if they were hit in the way that they were with a operation that was
hard during the
really
day
about
to see
regime
anything
change and appears to have achieved
so much easier to
some
spot
kind of
that shit at
regime
night.
change, at least the remove.
all right, boys. You know, shit's gonna keep happening. I can't be here forever, so I don't know. Do you guys want me to come back on and play some Resident Evil? I don't think anybody cares now that World War III is about to kick off, huh? I don't think anybody cares about Resident Evil anymore, huh? Alright, boys. We'll see ya. There's plenty of other channels. Yeah, a good channel to go watch would be, where did it go? The Enforcer. Go follow him if you want to keep watching footage on this Iran war shit. But I'm going to jump off for a bit. Might come back and play some Resident Evil. Do some gaming or something, and we could probably still talk about Iran while I game or something. Who knows? Alright, guys. You have a wonderful night. Take care, stay safe. And let's hope this ends quickly and easy, right? Alright, everybody. Well, thank you for the 10.
Underscore Yefa dash 67 super chatted $10. Thank you for the coverage ping. Fire stream tonight. Yes, Resident Evil, please.
I don't know. I might come on late tonight and start it, or I might just, maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. I'm not sure. Not sure. I might take like a little 30-minute hour break and then come back on and play some Resident Evil. So we'll see. Might see you guys in a little bit. Take care, everybody. Thank you for the 10, El Jefe. See you on the next one. Let me shut this. What's making noise? Yeah, the Tel Aviv shit. All right. See you guys. See you in a little bit, either tomorrow or maybe a little bit. I might be back tonight. All right. See you guys in a bit.
Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Here's some other videos to watch that you might like or you might not. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like, and ring that bell if you want notified. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified.